Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make a video real quick because the gods think that this has to be said. But I really don't think it does. Like, listen to this conversation. So, a god is saying, people are trying to help you. And I was like, yeah, some are, some aren't. When you're at the house of God, you know to put the money into a box or a bowl, and the preacher goes home and lives his personal life. You don't follow him to the living room and be like, now I'm just going to take over and do whatever I want. Why? Because you wouldn't want anybody to do that to you. So you already know not to do it, right? So I'm a god. I'm a flipping god. I have to let humanity think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. Gods, am I allowed to serve or protect or help the great dead Bonnie Anakin? Why, yes. Well, okay. Then they tap into some secret spy video of the car or the phone. Great dead Bonnie Anakin. Am I raping or murdering, stalking, harassing, anything bad to your death? Or am I something that does not offend your death so I can absorb your powers in maximum benefit and love and worship and serve the great dead Bonnie Anakin? Why, yes, I do not feel offended if you were in my personal space constantly or something. Well, there you go. Look how easy that is. But you're going to find 5 billion weirdos that do whatever they want. And at the end of the world, I have to let them all get what they deserve. Would they want anyone in their living room? No. So they need to get what they deserve when they're a bunch of weirdos doing what they know is not right, not okay, and it's usually criminal. Such as a random stranger tapping into security video spy stuff to just gawk at me and stalk me from my own vehicle. It's probably killing their soul constantly. But would they want 1 billion spy cameras in their living room? No. Well, then there you go. They have to reap what they sow. Bad things that they know are crime because they wouldn't want it done to them, they have to answer for it. That's how life goes. They'd want someone to ask to go into their private, personal space. So they would know to ask others. They just don't want to. That's an instant understanding that they want to commit crime and do what's bad or wrong and just don't want to care. Well, then they have to answer for that. That's why choice is, I set before you life or death, blessing or cursing. Choose life and always do the right thing. But if you don't, you have to get what you deserve. And at the end of the world, it's even more important that everybody gets exactly what they deserve all the way to the end, because it's a final judgment once and for all. And gods have to judge everything perfectly, because you don't want to take anything to a heaven when you didn't want it to survive or something anyway. So the white throne judgment is meant to just deal with everything once and for all. It has to keep spinning. And these gods are like, oh, people are easily subservient. No, they're not. They walk into a church and do whatever the fuck they want. People are not easily worshipful or subservient. They're easily sickening and evil, even in the house of God. They need to get what they deserve. It's the end of the world. But, like, do you see what I'm saying? The right answer is so easy. My queen, my queen, my queen. Am I worthy to be near her? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Tap into Bonnie Anakin. Tap into Bonnie Anakin. Why Bonnie Anakin? Do you feel offended or disrespected if I am in your personal space? To help you every now and then. To just check and make sure you're okay every now and then. To whatever. Why no? I don't feel offended or destroyed or raped or abused in my death or anything else. Go right ahead. Then you know they're absorbing all my powers that they deserve. All that my powers will do to say thank you. And if they want like a money value, they got to get to the island, because obviously I don't have much of anything except my powers. But when they help me or do something, they're worthy. I've said they were worthy. So they'll get the maximum that my powers can give them to say thank you. That's not what happens, people. Some guy that was a husband candidate invites like his whole family. And it's like, wow, so if I married you, I'd get married to you, and you'd sit and tell your whole family to sit in my fucking bedroom or living room for a living? I don't know anybody who ever thinks that's okay or the right thing to do to anyone. And I bet that husband candidate, if he was raped and murdered, would want me to maybe even stay in a corner of the house and leave him alone, much less his family or anybody else. So he understands that he's being sickening and unthinkable against death. Otherwise, what would be a proper husband candidate? The same thing. A husband candidate wasn't married to me here. They don't understand marriage to me here. So a husband candidate would be like a nun or a preacher, following the formal structure of respect and worship of God. Even more so because it's the death of God. These people just want to do what they fuck you just want to do. What they fuck you just want to do. Always what they fuck you just want to do. Well, that comes with the choices that they're making. Right? And the first thing that's going to happen to them is they're going to end up with a soul that is as dead and suffering as mine. And their whole family is going to magically sit in their bedroom and living room all the time. And the first time they want any respect, proper treatment, 5 billion tons of gods will show up and say, that's not what you dished out. That's not rape what you saw. You wanted to be dead and suffering so badly, like Bonyanica, and have your family up your ass, like you did to Bonyanica, without even asking what she wanted. So, of course, proper to reap what you sow, we haven't asked what you wanted. You have to make sure the end of the world ends the way it's supposed to. But for some reason, gods are like, you need to warn the world. All right, well, I just said it out loud, but I don't see what they need to be warned about. Because when they talk shit in the house of God, I've been doing things to them in churches everywhere. So they like to gossip in like abusive, degrading, insulting ways and stuff. So I go into their brain and remind them they're in the house of God. Instantly, they know what they're doing is sickening and disgusting, even at their own house, even at their job, much less the house of God. The world doesn't misunderstand how gross they are. They don't want to fuck you give a shit, but need to be sent overall to where they belong.